Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's the Friday Live, and I'm still dealing with yarn bath because I sort of haven't touched it since last week. I've gritted my teeth a lot and waited. So I'm dealing with yarn bath again this week. Oh joy. But it's Friday. For some, it's the start of the weekend. For some, there's no such thing as a weekend because they work every single day. At the end of the day, we all have to do what we need to do to pay the bills. Now, I do have a little gift for some people. So I'm going to do that starting now. And we'll see if anybody else comes in. So we are going to go and do this. And we are going to put Miss Riggles onto the wheel. And we're going to put Miss Sarah onto the wheel. And she's a member, so she gets 2 entries. And we're going to put Perp onto the wheel. And she's a member, so she gets 2 entries. And we have room for 1 more. The next person to come into the chat is going onto the wheel. But we're waiting. We do have a Beany in here. I don't know how long it's going to be before you see her, but she's playing the rug between the hallway and here, trying to stay cool because it is a very, very, very hot day. And I do look like I've been dragged through a bush backwards and then forwards and then backwards and then sideways again. And that's because I've just left my hair to dry naturally. So it is what it is. So I apologise. Puzzled, but thank you. Well, Zara got the right idea. An anonymous person has come forward and is allowing the first 4 people, and there's the 4th, Miss Lacy, to have an entry onto the wheel. And Lacy is a member, and so Lacy also gets 2 entries. So there's our 4 people. We've had Riggles, Zara, Perp, and Lacy. So we'll sort it, we'll save it. Ta-da! Of course, they're not the only ones that can get on the wheel. It's a super wheel, so any PayPal, super chat, super sticker that comes in an increment of £5 British, in increments of £5 British, will get entries onto the wheel. And that will get spun on the 29th, I think. 2 weeks. I don't even know what date we're on completely. What date are we on? It's got to be 2 weeks. Yeah, it's coming up. Anywho, welcome in to the Friday Live. And yes, I am doing the old yarn barf. I didn't know whether to put the camera further back so that you can see both of us. Because I know some of you guys like yarn bath because you're strange like that. Maybe it might be a good idea. Maybe. Let's see if I lower you a little bit. Just a little bit, if I can. Oh my gosh, I'm lowering the wrong bit. Hang on. Welcome in, Cindy. Happy birthday, Rudy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rudy. Happy birthday to you. Okay. It's not going to be the best view of me, and I apologize, but that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. I got my table, I got my yarn buff. I got my table, I got my yarn buff. One thing I started doing a couple of days ago, and then I was like, no, I'm going to wait and do it in my live, is the wool that I've actually separated out. And I'm only doing that just in case Beany jumps up. The yarn that I have grabbed out, and yay, it's not barf, well, it's separate. I am balling up and putting a hair grip, not that you can see that, but I'm putting a hair grip on it to hold it, and I'm actually running out of them very, very quickly, so I don't know how many I'm going to be able to do, but I'm going to do that to get rid of, because this has been here on my sofa since last Friday. It has been driving me nuts. But I'm going to ball it up, put a grip on it, and then put it in a box. And then I'll do the yarny barfy stuff in a little while. Okay, let me scroll up and see what we have in the chat. Not what I have. Oh my gosh, that was so rude. Who I have in the chat. But please note, at the top of the chat, up there, we have pinned the prayers and the thoughts. If people go back in the chat and read Riggles, you can see why Riggles needs some. Hunter is back on the prayers and thoughts list because Hunter has typhoid. But there are other people in there who are grieving, who are needing some good news medically, people on there who need to find a little bit of strength, or just need something. You know, we all need it sometimes. So if you can do a prayer or a thought for anybody who is on that list up there, it would be much appreciated. Please and thank you. So yes, Miss Riggles is in, Zara is in. Let me get down to where I didn't. There we go. Okay, so we've got Miss Perp who says hi Khadijah, and beautiful Beany, Beany the rug, Beany the rug of the bean. So yes, the first 4 people that came in, an anonymous donor has gifted you entries on the wheel, so congratulations. And those went to Riggles, then Zara, then Perp, and then Lacy. So they have been able to get free entries on the wheel because they were the first 4 people in. And that doesn't happen every week. That's extremely rare. So they're very, very lucky. So Miss Zara says, thank you for your generosity, anonymous donor. Perp says, thank you, puzzled, but thank you. Lacy says, shalom, everyone, with a purple heart. Oh, that's so BTS. Lacy, good evening and welcome in. Wait, no, not good evening. Good day to you and welcome in. Miss Perp says, thank you, anonymous, with a and Zara has dropped the question of the live. So Nightbot says, my question to you, Zara, is, what was your favourite childhood book? Obviously, it's not just to Zara. It is for everybody. Everybody who's in the live, let us know what your favourite childhood book was. I'm wondering if I still have mine. If I do, it's behind my fan and I can't see it. Mr. Rudy came in, and it is Mr. Rudy's birthday today. Miss Cindy is in, Miss Lulu's Treasure Trove. Welcome in, Miss Cindy Lulu. She says, hi, Ladybird loves. So happy to catch your live today. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. This is no fault of Cindy's. No fault of Cindy's at all. Let me throw that out there first. Last night, I was feeling a little bit over icky. I was at that point where I wasn't going to be ick, but I thought, well, if I can be, maybe I'll feel better. And I was debating whether to go and make myself or not. And I was like, no, I'm going to try and let it pass. So I started scrolling through my subscription shorts, and in comes Cindy's with chicken something with some sort of weird sauce on, and it looked like a plate of yuck. And I was like, ooh, I had to run for that bathroom so quick because it made me choke up. All I could think was, oh my God, there's so much fat on that plate. Oh my God, the ucky sauce. Blech. And it put me off looking at YouTube for the rest of the night. So I quietly went over to the other platform. But, oh my gosh, I'll try again tonight. I should be okay. I hope. I hope. But last night was not good timing. It really wasn't. Miss Sarah says, as a child, she used to enjoy reading Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes? No, I've never read his books. I've never read any of the stories, I don't think. I think we touched on one at school. I can't remember which one it was, but it would have been a really short one. But I've never had the urge, never been interested, but it's definitely something that my grandmother would have loved. Rudy says, happy birthday to me. He's an old man now. Mr. Rudy's an old man. He says, do you speak German? I do speak German. Not fluently, but because I'm German, I grew up with German, I speak some German. Miss Cindy Lulu is saying a big blanket hi to everybody who's in here. So please say hello back to her. Because she's saying hello, whether you're in here or whether you're coming in, she'd like to make sure that you're feeling welcomed. Miss Sarah and Miss Lulu say happy birthday to Rudy. Riggles says, I've made, as of now, 24 amigurumi for my new neighbours. Flipping heck. Have they all got a similar style one, but in like a different colour or a different height or something? Or have they all got a pick of something? Is there a theme? Is there a colour? Is there anything in common with them? Or are they all completely different? I must know. I need to know these things. Mr. Rudy is going over to Possum, I think. Miss Lacy says, happy birthday to Rudy with lots and lots and lots and lots of treats. Perp says, happy level update to Mr. Rudy and gives a little personal message. And Riggles is singing Hippo Birthday to yous to Mr. Rudy. So I hope Mr. Rudy appreciates it, that people are taking the time to congratulate him on a happy birthday. Shitika, welcome in, my dear. She says, good Friday afternoon with blessings. Welcome in, Miss Shitika. How do you do to you? Lacy says, I believe we all need prayer all of the time. We just need extra sometimes. Oh, there's some people I would rather not even think about, let alone pray for. But we've all got somebody we know or somebody we are aware of that is in need. I know way too many for the list, unfortunately. Way too many. Miss Cindy Lulu says prayers for all on the list. Mr. Nightbot is saying that for every single £5, Great British pounds, or increments of super chat, super sticker that come in via one payment, you'll go on the super wheel to be spun at the end of each month. And the next is the 29th of August. I was right. Yay! 29th of August at the end of the live. Oh, wow. Lacey says, I'm not a BTS fan. I get it. Hardly anybody that I know is. But their symbol, their thing to show their fans that they're fans is a purple heart. So when I see the purple heart, I think BTS. Scrolling down. Miss Lacy, I'm guessing this is a book, your childhood book. I'm guessing it's not just a random statement. I don't know. Might be. I might be getting this completely wrong. But Lacy says the Boxcar Children. That's not one I've heard of. Then again, I haven't heard a lot of things because I'm very uneducated. Riggles, for her childhood book is A Wrinkle in Time, which I really, really enjoyed. Miss Amy! She is back on the streets. Weirdly, okay, she's going to think I'm a complete and utter weirdo with this, but I'm going to say it out loud. Last night, no, strike that. Early hours of this morning, I had a dream about Amy. That sounds weird, I know. I can't remember what the dream was, but I woke up literally saying out loud, make sure you tell people to go over to Amy's channel because she's an amazing beady crocheter. They must check her out. And I was saying that all through breakfast to myself. And then I completely forgot about it until you've literally just come in. Miss Amy, crafting with Amy. She says, hi, welcome in, Miss Amy. Don't ask, like, really. Miss Cindy says, I am not sure about my favourite childhood book, but I do recall loving to read once I got it down pat. Reading is an excellent resource for learning, whether it be fiction or non-fiction. I think it's absolutely fabulous. And I really, really, really hope it doesn't phase out. Miss Christine is in the house. Hang on a second. I've got an email. That can wait. Christine is crocheting, says good morning, Khadijah, and chat with Rudy. And Beany's gone. I don't know where Beany is. Beany's gone. I've got to get this yarn bath done. but I will turn the camera around a little bit. Bear with me. Bear with me. I apologise for the view. And my book isn't here. I wonder what I did with it. I can't believe I would have got rid of it. It must be in the bedroom. Must be in the bedroom. It's the only thing I can think of. And the camera's gone back again. You little poo head. I just turned you round for a reason. Turned you for a reason. Sorry, 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 sorry. Bear with me. Hang on. Cover that so you don't get seasick. Hang on. Can't have people getting seasick. Okay, that's just like way too close. What happened? Okay, we're good. Come back. You need to be a ball. Scrolly down, scrolly down. Miss Cindy says it was chicken with orange sauce. Panda Express, that was it. I knew there was an animal involved. Panda Express orange sauce. They sell in the stores. Just wrong timing, completely wrong timing. Miss Lucy, welcome in. Miss Lucy's Crochet Spot says, hi, Ladybird. Beany, who has now run away or walked, I'm not sure which, probably crawled because it's so flipping hot. And all, that's everybody in chat. So please say hello to Lucy because she's including you. She's saying hello to you all for a reason. You know, be nice. And I'm sorry to all those that are coming in late that you missed out on the prize. Although there's, of course, hidden ones. But, you know, let me just find the end here. Where is the end when you need it? It's past all the yarn bath, of course. Oh, gosh. Not exactly the nicest of colours either. Let me scroll down. Cindy says, it was a hit here in my home. Everyone loves Panda Express orange chicken. I will take your word for it. She says, sorry you got sick, precious Lisa. Love and hugs. Sending you away all the time. Thank you. Oh, it was just a really, really, really off day yesterday. Really off day. And bad timing. Like, I'm not subscribed to any... I mean, I'm subscribed to a baking channel. I'm not subscribed to anything else that's foodie because it's not my thing. But I wasn't even thinking, to be fair, that anybody would be putting a short of food out. But then yours came up and like, wrong time for me. Miss Pep says, when I was very little, Billy Goat's Gruff, the 3 Billy Goat's Gruffs. Trip, Trap was my favourite book. And every 2 weeks, I got it out at the library van and they would stop me renewing it sometimes. Really? You got it out that much? I remember doing at my very, very first lower school, because I went to 2 different lower schools. We did a play kind of thing, but it was purely just for assembly at school of the 3 Billy Goat's Gruff. And I got to be the noise of Billy Goat 3, not 2. No, got to be Billy Goat 3, the big one. And I was given 2 coconut shells and I went trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And that was my big thing in the play. But I loved it. Cindy says, I will be in the bushes a bit. Oh dear, don't get bad hair like me, please. I need to get some things done, but leaving you playing. Thank you very much, Miss Cindy Lulu. And she's, don't you dare. She's running away with some hugs. Miss Lucy says happy birthday to Mr. Rudy. Christine is answering the question of the live. She says, reader here, Purple Heart, BTS. Didn't have one favourite book. Favourite authors from back then, Louisa May Alcott, I know the name, and Laura Ingalls Wilder, who I don't think I know. But I like that you had a favourite author, because mine has always, author-wise, been Roald Dahl. Always. I would love to read just one thing. One little from like a little poem thing from Mr. Roald Dahl, but I think I might get told off for doing it. So I'm not going to, because I don't want to get told off, but I really, really want to. It's making me want to. Miss Lucy is working and lurking. She's lurking. Thank you, Lucy. Perp says, when I was older, Famous Five was my favourite set of books. And Famous Five I've never read. I think somebody, probably my mother, was a big Famous Five fan and was very keen for me to read them. And I kind of remember a cover of a Famous Five book and looking at it and going, it's old. And not going past the literal front cover. I really don't remember even reading one word apart from whatever was on the cover, and that was it. I really don't think I did. I think I was that bad. Miss Christine says happy birthday to Rudy with a little cupcake. Oh, with a little cupcake. Let me bring the wheel on the thingy, because Miss Christine has done a super sticker. Let's put Miss Christine on the wheel. Miss Christine, you are a member. You're a bestie. So you get double the entries. We will save it. See, savey. And then we will come back and we will say thank you very, very much, Miss Christine. Thank you. It will get spun on the 29th, according to Mr. Nightbot. Are we nearly finished yet? Oh my gosh, this is going on forever. Thank you very much. I was going to say something with that and it's completely gone out of my head, which isn't always a bad thing. Uncle Woman, she says, I'm winding wool into balls. Are you helping me? We're doing the same thing, girl. Welcome in. She does do a little wiggies as well. So welcome in, cool woman. Getting my hair grip. I don't know how many more I've got left. Should be able to do 10 maybe, I think. Maybe. A purple one. Find the end. Let me just find the end and I'll get back to chat. Hang on. Where's the end? End, where are you? Okay, we'll start again then. You're going to be like that? Oh, we'll start again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What did I do? Oh my gosh. At least it's a better colour than the previous one. Miss Lacey says, yeah, it's a book. Okay, so Lacey's book, childhood book, was The Boxcar Children. I think that's what Lacey said. Boxcar Children, I think. Riggles says they are from the same book. Horses, raccoons, bears, rabbits, cats, dogs, monkeys, leopards, elephants, pandas, mouse, mole, and rhino. Wait a minute. What book? The last thing that you said was A Wrinkle in Time. So I'm very confused where all these animals have just come from. I'm so confused. Lacy says there are actually some movies about the Boxcar Children here on YouTube, and they're free to watch. The Boxcar Children. I might have to have a nosy if somebody reminds me. I might have to have a nosy. Miss Sarah says you shared about Amy 5 days ago on the community post. Last weekend, yes, I shared Miss Amy's channel out. Oh my gosh, you should see the beaded work she does. Flipping heck. I mean, those of you that know me, you know that I love beading. You know I love putting beading on things. So obviously I'm not going to put them on blankets, but the next thing after the blanket that I'm making is a cardigan. And now I'm not going to bead up the cardigan, but I am going to put a little bit of beading detail, if I can, down the front, I think, because I want a little bit of beading on there, because beading, I need to get the beads involved. Well remembered, Miss Sarah. Cool Woman says my favourite childhood book was 101 Dalmatians, because it was written from the dog's point of view. I read it multiple times. Can you tell I'm a dog person? Can't tell in the slightest. I mean, clearly your photo is a groundhog. Clearly. Miss Pep says, hi, Lucy, and anyone else just joining us. She's welcoming people in. So please say hello to a Miss Knitting Purple, who is making sure that everyone feels welcome. Let me just get rid of this little, because now I have an end. I just want to get the end to a point where I can do something with it. Just need to get it out of this knot. I create my own yarn bath. Went into a live earlier today and they weren't talking about it until suddenly somebody turned around and just randomly came out with the statement, I love yarn bath. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got so much of that to do later on. Please come and do mine. I know there's a lot of people that enjoy doing it. I used to not mind it. Now it just stresses me out, which I can only assume is because my mental state isn't great these past few months. So yarn bath isn't exactly my favourite thing. Dianne Major, welcome in, my dear. Welcome in. She says, hi, Ms. I nearly said my own name wrong. You know what I was saying about mental state? Yeah. Dianne Major, welcome in, Dianne. She says, hi, Ms. Khadijah. That's Mrs. I will have you know. Now I know my own name. Oh my gosh. Gee whiz. Welcome in, Miss Diane. Sharon, welcome in. Good evening. She says, I'm so hot, me too. And boy, is it playing havoc on my back and my knees. And kind of the shoulder, the top of the shoulder blades as well, which isn't much fun. But yeah, me too. I did have a shower earlier to try and cool myself down, and I came out the shower and was hotter than when I went in. Wasn't much fun. Really wasn't much fun. Miss Diane says, it's good to see everyone. I love how in lives you can be social and you can see some people that you might not see or speak to any other time. And you go into a live and you're like, oh, it's you. Hi, I haven't seen you for 20 minutes. Hello. Or, haven't seen you for ages. Where have you been? Are you okay? Did you get blah, 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 blah done? I love it. I love it. So Miss Sarah is dropping the question of the live again. So Mr. Nightbot says that the question of the live is, what was your favorite childhood book? Mine, Matilda by Roald Dahl, until I was 11. And then I was given a book by my godmother. My godmother used to give me, not every year, but fairly frequently. I think she only gave me 3 or 4. But she would give me, as my godmother, she would give me a book that was Christian approved, I think is the best way to describe it. And there was one book that she gave me when I was 11. Oh my gosh, that book. Oh, there's Miss Cool Woman saying about 101 Dalmatians being from the dog's point of view. This book that I was given was called Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Beautiful cover on it. Beautiful. And it was from the horse's point of view. And it was basically a horse's life journey, start to finish. But it was a long book. Like, it was really, really thick and extremely tiny writing. But I read it so fast and I absolutely loved it so much that as soon as I'd finished, I literally started again because I loved it. And I can only imagine that it's in the bedroom because, of course, I kept it. But it's not on the bookshelf in front of me. But I loved it to bits. I really, really did. But there was another book, and it wasn't one author. It was multiple. It was a LadybirD book, and it was blue. Surprise, surprise. The LadybirD book of bedtime stories. But I'm not saying that is my favorite childhood book because, you know, we're going on the basis that it's one that you've read. And that is why you liked it. Yes, I did read the bedtime stories, but what I loved about this particular book, think of a LadybirD book, you're looking about that kind of size, really, really thin. Mine was matte, so there was no shiny cover. It was matte. It was blue. And I wasn't like a fan of blue back then. I didn't hate it, but, you know, I wasn't as obsessed with blue back then as I am now. But on the cover was an oval of different flowers and plants. And there was nothing perfectly repeated. At the bottom was a little white bunny. I have gone looking for this book before. And I thought I'd bought it. Oh, wait. Please say that's it. I know I wanted to buy it. Is that it? Okay, so I do have it. Oh my gosh, I actually have it. I just don't have the matte version. But this is the book. It's not the one that I grew up with, but this is what I loved. On the inside cover, I absolutely loved that oval to start with, but then the inside cover is just a whole story on its own. And I used to open that and look at that for absolutely flipping ages. But I love it. But this is a shiny one. It's not my original. But at the bottom, you've got the bunny and you've got little toys and things that are part of the stories inside. Took me ages to find that, and I was so gutted that it wasn't the matte version, and I've just ruined my ball. But there you go. I've filled you in now. Miss Pep says Famous Five was great. A girl called George and her dog and 3 cousins that went on adventures and solved mysteries. I think the only Famous 5 book that, and I know you're going to turn it into, no, that's this one. It was the Famous 5. I remember something about the kids on the cover running away down a railway track. No, it wasn't the railway children. They were running down a railway track, and there was a ball, a red and white ball on the right-hand side. That's all I remember. That's it. Miss Pep says pretty purple. That makes up for the yucky green. It's ucky green. It's a ucky green. Miss Riggles says mini amigurumi animals. So they all had a little animal. Well, I hope you've made yourself one to put somewhere. Miss Cindy is back out of the bushes for the moment. Welcome back, Cindy. Miss Lulu, a member for 32 months. 2 more months and she gets her final member pack. Last month smoked right on by. Oh, I think you're all nuts. I think you're all nuts. I've got to do members packs this weekend. I was supposed to do them last weekend and I didn't get to do it. But this weekend, determination. Members packs are coming out. Miss Christine is saying hello to peoples. Cool woman is barfing at yarn bath. I'm sorry, I won't show you it. I'll just show you the ball that I'm winding or trying to. Oh my gosh, Cindy! Now I don't know who she sent them to because I can't see it on StreamYard. But I definitely think Dianne got one. So thank you very, very much, Miss Cindy. Thank you. I mean, I want to scream right now, but thank you. Miss Cindy says you are so welcome. Love our Lisa. Congrats on all 5 being gifted. I don't know who got gifted. Is anyone else in here that got gifted? Oh, there you go. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you, Zara. Dianne, Gail, Karen. Oh, I haven't seen Karen for ages. Ivy B. Cindy. Cindy, I haven't seen for so long. I had no idea Cindy was even still a subscriber. Oh, bless her heart. Miss Cindy, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Zara, thank you for letting me know who, because I can't see anything on StreamYard. It's really poop. So thank you. Miss Lacy says, Pink Floyd has a song, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Yes. Yes. And I remember once upon a time when I was part of Red Cross. No, it wasn't Red Cross. It was CASSIM. When I was part of Casualty Simulation, the boss said something about his favourite book. And I told him mine was Piper at the Gates of Dawn. And he looked at me and went, "You're not the type." What do you mean? Huh? And he thought that I was a Pink Floyd fan. And it took ages to work out what the heck he was going on about, because he started rocking out, singing some sort of song that I had no idea what it was. And I was just like staring at him. And he said, "You better explain yourself. You just tell me what you mean." And I said, "I'll show you next week." And I brought it in. Yeah, and that's when I found out about Pink Floyd. Oh, sorry. Pep says, I went to a christening and they asked that if you gave a gift, it was a book. I think a gift's a really, really cute idea. I was given, for my christening in '83, I was given a prayer book with my initials engraved in it, and I've still got it. That's in the bedroom. It's only a little pocket prayer book. But the gifter signed it on the inside, but on the outside it's white leather and silver metal corners, and then my previous initials, LHF, are engraved onto the cover in a corner. Cindy says, I used to love the bedtime stories when I was younger. Me and my sister always listened to the record player telling stories at bedtime. Oh, I'd love a record player telling me stories. Oh. And Cindy says, oh, beautiful book. Sarah says, pretty book. Cool Woman says, beautiful artwork in that book. This is, I think it's because of that got me into like really intricate stuff, me being fascinated with intricacies and little details, making a bigger picture. I swear it was that book. Obviously not that exact book, but you know, my book. Lacy says, another favourite book of mine was Thumbelina. I never read Thumbelina. I know about Thumbelina. I know who Thumbelina is. But I don't think I ever read about Thumbelina either. Been in a very, very sheltered life, you know. Diane says that she loved Thumbelina too. Miss Janice, welcome in, Miss Janice. Howdy doody. I will get to this flipping yarn bath. I will. Cindy says, I love the 3D books too when they first came out. I have no idea what a 3D book is. No idea. I used to hate pop-up books. Okay, here's a little bit of insight into my childhood, which isn't exactly a good thing. I was never allowed a pop-up book, not even to get one out of the library, because I wasn't trusted. And the couple of times that my mother caught me with a pop-up book, I used to get the book whacked around my head because I shouldn't have it, because I will destroy it. So it's promptly taken away from me both times. My grandmother let me have one. But I do have, I wonder if I've still got it. It's going to be behind the flipping fan again, isn't it? I do have a pop-up book of pregnancy and childbirth. It's called The Facts of Life, and it's black, and I think it's from the 70s, I think. But I told myself when I was younger that because that's the one pop-up book that my mother had, that when I become an adult, I'm going to buy that book. And I did. Scroll it down. Miss Diane is not seeing Perp. I'm going to leave and come back and see if that helps. Be right back. I hope you can see Miss Knitting Purple now. You still don't see Perp. Perp is Knitting Purple. It's just my stupid little name for it. I give everybody stupid little names. Knitting Purple goes, I'm Perp. I'm so sorry, Diane. If that was the case, I'm so sorry. Normally when I say hello to people coming in, the first time that I see them, I will say their full name, and then after that I will say the nickname that I've given them. Like Miss Riggles, it's Miss Bad Wriggle Baker, but then it'll be Riggles after that. Can't undo this flipping yarn bath. What the heck? So I do apologise if that was the case. Cool Woman says, why is some of my wool stretchy and some isn't? It's all wool, like real wool, because different wool comes from different types of sheepses, and different types of sheepses have different types of wool. That's why. It's kind of like the same with cotton. Cotton generally isn't stretchy, that every now and again, not having a blend, but every now and again, you do get a slight bit of elasticity in cotton. And that depends on the cotton plant it's come from. Oh, it wasn't me? Oh, thank goodness for that. It's normally me, Diane. It's normally me. What's the time? 50. I am going to be showing some stitch markers today because it is August. It's kind of the countdown to Halloween. So I'm going to show you some Halloween stitch markers. But I'm pretty certain they're all on Etsy, I think. Oh, Janice! Janice, if you're still in here, don't you have a code? Don't you have a coupon for my Etsy? I think I saw that this morning. Because you won it in somebody's birthday or podiversary, I think. Diane says that wasn't why. I know who Perp is from Auntie's channel. Because everybody calls Riggles Riggles and everybody started calling Perp Perp. I'm just waiting for Slug to catch on. Slug is the next one. It will catch on. Slug will catch on. It all starts with me and my idiocies. A cool woman says, oh, lol, I did not know that. Learn something new every day. Now you learn something new every day. There's some people that really, really hate elasticity in their wool because it ruins their project. So they go particularly for a certain type of sheepsea or llama or alpaca or bunny rabbit or goat. Whichever they specifically look for to make sure there's no elasticity. But it's also with the processing as well. I think there's something in the processing that can cause elasticity, but yeah, it's usually just the type of wool you're getting. So that's the elasticity that this is driving me nuts. I created my own yarn bath. It wasn't yarn bath when I started. Now it's yarn bath because I created it. Do you know what? It's not going to happen, but I very, 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 very nearly stuck all of this in an envelope. I got the envelope out. I even wrote Perp's name and the first line of the address. And I was like, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. I was going to send it all to Perp and just say, please, do whatever you can. Just help. Help me. Because Perp likes doing yarn bath. Because she's nuts. Diane says, is that the box of yarn bath you showed a while back? Yeah, that I started last week. Yeah, this is a very, very full box of yarn bath. But what I'm trying to do is the individual bits that I picked out last week. I'm trying to ball them up and get a grip on the start, on the end, so that it doesn't come undone. And then I've got or hope it doesn't come undone. And then I've got balls that should be breathe. And then I should be in a little bit better of a position because this sits in a cube at the foot of my bed. And because it sticks out of the cube a little bit, it's very, 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 very rare that I go to the bottom of the bed. But it's almost guaranteed when I do go to the bottom of the bed, I kick that flipping box and yarn bath falls out. And it drives me nuts And I've been saying to myself for over a year that I will get this sorted, because I did get it sorted at one point. And then it just turned into again. So last week I was like, right, that's it. If I'm doing it in a live, then I have to do it, because, you know, people are witnessing it. There might be a little bit of encouragement every now and again, but people are witnessing you doing it, so you have to do it. You must do it. So here I am trying to do it. Trying. Very, 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 very trying, Diane. Very trying. Give me a second, because I need a swig. Denise Lee! Welcome in, Denise. Gonna have to come up with some nicknames for people again, you know, because I'm gonna get confused. I'm gonna get so confused. Welcome in. And she says hi to everyone. Please welcome her in. She's saying hi to you, no matter who you are. She's saying hello to you. So get out of the bushes, say hello, get back in the bushes again. Perp says, yes, Ladybird started calling me Perp. Now I'm Perp everywhere. And it's the same with Riggles. Nobody called her Riggles. Nobody. And I started calling her Riggles because it was easier. Everyone calls her Riggles now. I don't think anybody calls her by her full name anymore. I don't think at all. Everyone knows her as Riggles. Janice says, I like the records with stories on them. The closest I've gotten to stories on record is stories on CD. And the most fascinating one that gripped me was a subscription service. Not a subscription service as such. You know, when you get those magazines that you get like once a fortnight or once a month, there was a monthly one with classic music and classic stories. So it was things like Peter and the Wolf. And my favorite one was literally the very, very first one that came out. And I'm pretty certain I still have it. But it was the planets and Mars. The anger of the instruments when Mars music plays, it gripped me so much. The War of the Planets was just, it fascinated me so much. And that was very much a bedtime thing. Even though it kind of sparked me up, as it were. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I mean, I don't think anyone really knows that about me. I love opera, especially one particular singer. But classical music as well is just my, let me lay here, shut my eyes and just take it in. Even when it's quite lively music, that's the time when I chill. Pep says, I have to say, a naked snail is not a slug. And if you break a snail's shell, it will not survive. Exactly. So I'm just trying to be nice, you see. I mean, I don't literally think a slug is a snail. I don't think that. But I'm not going to call her a zombie snail. And because she doesn't have a shell, she's a slug. So it's the nicest compliment, I think. Possibly. She hasn't complained yet. Perhaps says, I'll do it. Yes, I'm not. So what? My yarn bath. Oh, I just need somebody to come here and just sit with me and just get it blooming done. I really do. Diane says, oh, nobody here online calls me Di. Like in my life at home, that's all I am ever called. Nobody uses my full name normally. Online, I feel like my mother is calling me. I'm in trouble. Diane! So you'd prefer Di? I've got an auntie Di. She's Diane, but only with one N. My auntie Di, who lives in Manchester with my Uncle John. But I haven't heard from, I mean, I get a Christmas card or a birthday card that literally says Lisa, Di and John, kiss, kiss, that's it. I get one of those every year, but that's as far as it goes. I've written letters and emails and I don't get anything back, but I know why I don't get anything back. But that's on my maternal side because I don't have any family, never known any family on my paternal side. My auntie Di is my mother's half sister. Diane says, I told you. I like I'm doing yarn bath. It's relaxing to me. I've never found it relaxing. Like I said, it didn't used to bother me. You know, it'd be like, okay, I'll get that done. I thought she'd come back in. I'll get it done. And it didn't faze me. But now I think it's purely down to my mental state it's not good right now. There's just too much happening in the past year. And mentally, I've taken quite a knock. And there's a few things in life that have suffered for it. And I think that yarn bath is one of them. I mean, I'll sit here and do it and I will get an amazing sense of accomplishment when it's done and when it's tidy. Like I look on this side and I've got the box of balls that I've actually wound up and that I've done, and they're separate. And I'm like, oh, looks so good. And then I look over here at the yarn bath box and I'm like, oh. Anyway, oh, it's an hour. Oh, we're in territory of dropping linkies. Coleman says 1 ball wound, 5 to go. 5. I'm about 50. I have decided though, when I was winding the couple of balls up that I did previously, I was thinking, you know, I'm gonna put them in a cake. I'll put this one with this one and this one and make a cake out of them. I know a lot of people have done that fairly recently and maybe even still do, but I haven't done it. But I'm now thinking with a couple of the things, you know what, that might not be a bad idea. So there's a possibility there that might be a thing when I've got a mission to do after this yarn box. But when I've done that mission, then I may well get the yarn bath box back out and do some cake winding. And you guys can help me decide which colours to put together. And then it's all down to you. I can blame you guys. D, I'm going to go with D right now because I don't know what to call you, whether to call you Di or Diane. D says, now I always thought a snail was a slug with an... Pep says, would you like us to call you Di? Just keep reminding us till we remember. Yeah, there you go. You'd love to be called Di. Okay. Am I going to remember? I really, really hope so. I really, really hope I remember. There ain't no guarantees when it comes to memory round here, but I will try and remember. Di says, no, I don't want to be a pain. Trust me, I've been called worse. Yeah, but you know, it's preferences. Like if somebody starts calling me butterfly, I want to slap them. When people call me LadybirD D, I want to slap them. That is not my name. Don't go there. I've been called a lot worse, but there are some things that just irk you. We don't want to be irking people. I do that quite easily without even thinking about it. I don't want to do it even more. Cool Woman says, so I don't have to wind all my yarn before I start crocheting, right? Nope. Technically, nope. Okay, so we've got the Linky Doodads. We've got the Linky Doodads. How does one acquire such a big amount of yarn bath? Just curious. This is like 4 years of I've finished a project and okay, I've now got a scrap yarn. Let's put it in the box because I'll use it later. Sometimes I do. Some of it I use for scrunchies, or I use to make baby items, or the odd thing, if I've got enough on a skein, it'll go into a hat. Pep says, put all the greens together, open the window and launch it. I've only got maybe 8 greens, but I was thinking of using them for my wreath. I call you LadybirD because I have spelling issues. She calls me the emoji because she has spelling issues. But you don't call me LadybirD. Duh. There's so many people. If I go into, like, as an example, every now and again you'll see one person come in here on a very rare occasion, bless her, but she comes in, Lucia D. She'll come in and she calls me LadybirD D. So it's LadybirD space D. And I'm like, what the heck? And where does the extra D come from? But she's not the only one. There are so many people that do it. It drives me insane. Anyway, we are going to do Linky Doodabs for the creators. So please bear with us while we give the creators the spotlight, please. And if you are a creator and you would like your Linky Doodabby drop in, please put into the chat an emoji of a book. An emoji of a book. And then I'll give you a couple of minutes. And then I will say your name. And when I say your name, I would like you to press enter or send or tap whatever the thingy is that will send an advert that you have written about your channel. Advertise your channel. Sell your channel to us. What's it about? What's it all about? Alfie. Or maybe not, but you know. But if you are a creator and you would like your Linky Doodab dropping, put an emoji of a book. I'm pretty certain there's a book in there somewhere. Put an emoji of a book, and shortly I will read out your advert and Miss Sarah will drop your Linky Doodabs. We really ought to have Zara put her channel in because she hasn't done it for so long. So rare that Miss Sarah advertises her own channel, and she really should. But take those couple of minutes. I finally got to the point where I can start rolling onto the skein. So we're going to start rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. And I better get out my Halloween stitch markers. Because, you know, I can't show stitch markers if I don't get them out. So I'll show you some this week and the next 2 weeks. So I won't show you them all at once, but I'll show you some Halloween stitch markers. This tea is, it's not nasty, it's just, nope. But I'm going to drink it. It's got to be done. What time are we on? 11. Okay. Nearly there. Shut up, Nightbot. You're supposed to be quiet during this time. Okay, 30 seconds left. If you're our creator, get a book emoji put into the chat so I know that you want your link dropping, and then start writing out an advert to sell your channel. But don't press enter until I say your name, please. Oh, here's a little tidbit of information for you. I haven't had an orange-related fruit for a long time. And when I say orange-related, I mean orange, clementine, satsuma. And I bought some easy peel oranges from the supermarket this week. Really, really looking forward to them because I haven't had them for so long. And I had one yesterday. It's not an orange. It tastes nothing like an orange. And I will explain the next bit in a second. It tastes like a foot. I don't mean cheesy. I mean foot. Karen, it was Miss Cindy Lulu's Treasure Trove, who gifted you, and welcome in, but bear with us because we're just dropping linky doodabs. 8 seconds and then we'll do the first lick. But it tasted like there was no orange to it apart from the colour. It was fairly dry, not dry, but yes, it's in date. Yes, it's fresh, but it's kind of dry. There was no real taste to it. And before you say, oh yeah, how many feet have you eaten? I've kissed a lot of baby tootsies. I know what tootsies are like. These oranges taste like tootsies. I don't mean cheesy. I just mean they taste like tootsies. Done. Okay, let's do the first linky doodab. We have Miss Christine. Christine, please drop your advert. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Christine is crocheting, says, I'm sporadically posting these days. I hope not sporadically. Clueless. Sorry. She says, I am sporadically posting these days. Garden, chickens, some foes, and a bit of life. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you will stay a while. Please. And we have Miss Christine's link. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's a deep, that's scapiers. 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 Next, we have oh, we've only got Cindy. Cindy, please drop your advert. Just had the end. Okay. Let's hope Mr. YouTube doesn't, it's got to be a Mr. Mr. YouTube doesn't eat it. He didn't. Woo! Lulu's Treasure Trove. She says, my channel is not about any one thing, but I love posting videos of outdoor vlogs, anything to do with the outdoors. I also love yarn and crochet and anything to do with arts and crafts besides food. And there we have Miss Cindy's linky doodab. If you don't know any of the ladies or you haven't been over to have a look, please do. It's completely free of charge. And if you like what you see over there, it's completely free to subscribe to see more content when it comes out, all nice and fresh and lovely. So please go and have a nosy if you can. Thank you very much. Chat is open. And I will move this so I can show you the stitch markers. If I can get them out. We have that one. And I'll get a couple of these out because these are different colours. So I'll get that one out. And I'll get that one out. Should we do one more? Not that one. No, we'll do two. No, we won't. We'll do three. Three of them. And then the cartoony ones, which I'm sure come as a set. I'm sure they come as a set. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not in my Etsy right now. But I'm sure they come as a set. And you've hooked yourself together. That's not great. These are a set. Okay, let me grab the camera. Let me grab the camera. Miss Sarah says, hopefully I will have content regularly from September. She has got a fair bit of content on her channel. I don't know why she's so shy to show. I don't know why. But right now she's got the kids because, you know, summer holidays. And Miss Cindy just joined Christine. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to show a couple of stitch markers. Halloween. I'll save the cartoons till later. First off, and some of you have seen these before, and if you've been in my shop, you should have seen them. So, please remember, when it comes to stitch markers on my Etsy store, you don't have to have it as a stitch marker for a start. One, all stitch markers, you can have lever back or lobster clasp. Or if you're a knitter, you can have a knitter's ring in the shape of a star, a heart, a large ring, or a little ring. If you don't want it as a stitch marker, but you really like it, you could have it as a key ring or a bag charm or a necklace. All you've got to do is ask. And I don't have an issue. I can tailor beads as well. If you like the charm, but you're not overly keen on the beads, but you've seen beads on something else that you're like, I really like them, can I have them? I might be able to do that. Everything is customizable. All you got to do is ask. Okay. So, first stitch marker is, we have the Grim Reaper. Oh, that's not a good close-up. I'm so sorry. Is he ever going to come into focus? Oh my gosh. There he is. So we have the Grim Reaper with a skull. So there is that one. And all the beads are glass, by the way. So that's Mr. Grimm. And his beads are dark purple and white. We have, if I can get it the right way around, a pumpkin with orange and green beads. So there's Mr. Pumpkin. Then I'm going to show you 3 versions of this one. because they're all different colours and patterns. But we have the Day of the Dead, the skulls, Cinco de Mayo, is that what it's called? My arm's in the way for the thingy. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong with that. I've got a feeling it's Cinco de Mayo, but we don't have it over here, so I'm not 100% sure. And then one more of those. So on the back, they're just golden, but they're enamel painted on the front. So that's those. And then these come in sets, but don't ask me to put it in a set now because I have no idea how the sets work up. But I think it's a set of 5. But we have a little ghosty with a pumpkin. We have jack-o'-lantern with a witch hat. We have a witch hat. We have a cat on a broomstick. We have hang on, wait. Turn around, will you? Oh my gosh, there we go. We have a haunted house with a full moon behind it, showing a batty bat. 2 more. 2 more. We have a pumpkin house. And lastly, we have a kitty cat coming out of a pumpkin. So there you go. Let's come out of that. Let's put this back. Bear with me. Let's bring it back a little bit. Should we be back to normal again? So we have Halloween. Like I said, there will be more next week and the week after. But as we've got Halloween coming up, I thought I would show you the sugar skulls, the pumpkins, and the grins. Okay, and put them away. But they're all on Etsy. And I'm pretty certain, I hope I'm pretty certain, that they are in the holiday section. I'm sure I've done a holiday section for stitch markers in there. So, yes. If you can't or don't want to grab anything from my Etsy, I'd really, really, really appreciate it if you could just pop in there and either favourite the shop or favourite a couple of the items, please, because it really helps the shop get seen. And okay, my biggest seller isn't the stitch markers, but there's over 120 different designs. In fact, I think we're closer to 200 designs of stitch markers on there, about 120 listings. But when they're favorited, or even somebody puts 1 or 2 in the basket, it's kind of like doing a thumbs up on a YouTube video. It makes the algorithm go, oh, look, let's push that out a bit more. And it will come up in searches when people are searching for stuff. So if you could do even that, that would be a huge help. Please, 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 and thank you. Okay, let me take another gulp and then I'll check the chat again. Lucy says, did I tell you my son loves a turtle keychain? Yes, you did. Miss Lucy had, she saw, I showed a couple of charms that they're not on my Etsy store yet. And Lucy straight away said, turtle. There was a little turtle that is glow in the dark. I'm pretty sure I haven't got another one. I don't think I've got another one. I think she had my last one. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she had my last one. But it was a glow in the dark turtle. But she didn't want it as a stitch marker. So it got made into a bag charm. And she gave it to her son. What do I do with this? What do I do with that? Amigurumi. Didn't quite make it to the table, but close enough. Okay, and that. Amigurumi. But yes, you did. Thank you, Miss Lucy. I think Miss Doris has had the most custom stuff out of me because she's had quite a few stitch markers that have been made into necklaces, and she's had bag charms, and she swapped beads over with charms and put a couple of charms together. I think she's the most used to customizing her bits, but I don't have a problem with that at all. I just want to be able to make it as you want it, not, you know what, it's okay as it is. Okay? Okay isn't okay. You're supposed to have it because you really like it, you know? So I will try and help you like it. Zara says, LadybirD's Etsy store is in the description. It's just down there. It's down there. Although it's underneath all the Secret Santa stuff. Secret Santa! Secret Santa! Secret Santa! Okay. It's underneath the Secret Santa rules. Underneath. Please favourite her shop. Also, some of the items listed. Thank you very much. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Christine says, Khadijah, I've been meaning to mention that I like the wavy curls today. You mean you like the fact that I've washed my hair? That's what it is. This is, oh, she's finally washed it. About time. Well done. It doesn't look like it's been greased onto your head. That's what she means. Thanks, Christine. Cindy says, I love my stitch markers. I cherish them all. I have no idea what anybody has. All I remember is that Perp has got a hummingbird and giraffes. Doris and Mel have got hanky markers. I think, who had the spaceman? I think Christine has got a spaceman, which I absolutely flipping loved, and I so wish I'd made myself one. I really do. I'm gutted I didn't make myself one. There's a little spaceman, which it's adorable. Doris has got quite a few cats as well. Quite a few cats. Jude, Lambs in Pajamas, has got light up stitch markers, glow in the dark stitch markers, pure gem markers. Quite a few people, I don't know how many I did, it was more than 10, wasn't it? Maybe 20 people had a globe of holographic stars. Quite a few people have got a heart, a glass heart with their favourite colour in it. But that's all I remember. I don't remember. My memories are rubbish. I'm amazed I remember that much. Cindy says, I have never had a sugar skull before. Pretty colours. They're all different. I think there's 6 or 7 of them, and they're all different patterns and colours, and very, very, very intricate patterns on those sugar skulls. Go away, you. Thank you. Christine says 5th of May is Cinco de Mayo, but is Cinco de Mayo the sugar skulls? That's what's in my head. The skulls are Cinco de Mayo, but I might be getting that wrong. Cool Woman says Cinco de Mayo is May 15th. Not Day of the Dead. Different times and different memorial. My bad. May the 5th. May the 5th. Cindy says cute Halloween themed stitch markers. I love them all. Thank you very much. Christine says awesome for those Halloween lovers. I did have, Jude had these as well. I only had 2 sets, not 2 sets, 6 of these, and I think 3 of 2 designs. I think I had a meat cleaver and a knife, and both of them had droplets of blood on them, but the blades on both were a mirror with the blood spatterings on. They went so flipping quick. I don't even think I actually managed to get them listed on Etsy. I think they were gone before I even got that far, I think. Janice, you're still here. Is it you that's got the coupon, Miss Janice? She says cute stitch markers. Thank you. Pep says, sorry, can't do Halloween. I'm Christian, but I do like the last 2, more pumpkin and cat in pumpkin. They are more autumn. Yeah, I like the kitty cat ones. I mean, obviously, I like the kitty cat ones because it's a kitty cat. It's a kitty cat. Janice says, did you see the email I sent you about a week or so ago? Nope. Haven't had an email from you? Nope. And I do check my spam on a regular basis. Like right now in there, I've got Temu delivery, package ready for dispatch, Adidas, cloud storage, solar funding, options, Mrs. Kaylee. Wait a minute. I mean, you're spelling it wrong, but still. Another solar funding, so I'm going to delete them now. But no, I haven't had an email from you. The only emails that I've got that I need to reply to are Holly, Teresa, Marie, and that's it. That's it. There's nothing else in there apart from business stuff. So no, I haven't had. Normally, Janice, if it's usually the weekend, that I catch up with emails. So if you haven't heard back from me within a week, I haven't had the email. If you haven't had me find you in a live or in a comment and say, I've had your email, bear with me, I haven't had your email. Perhaps says Secret Santa has been fun in the past years. It has been. It's a nice little thing. It's a nice little a pick me up, a nice little smile. It's nice to bring some people together because most of the time it's somebody that you don't know or don't converse with on a regular basis. And it's nice to kind of make a possible new friend. Unless you get me, and then I feel really sorry for you. But I only join in if there's an odd number of people, and then I'll join in and stick myself on the list. Christine says, yes, and tea stuff. He's cute. Wait. Yes. Oh, yes. You got the tea set. Yeah, the tea set's almost gone. I think I've only got 4 or 5 tea sets left. I've got loads of the coffee, but the tea sets were really, really popular. And I think well into 60, maybe 70 tea sets have been bought, and I'm not buying them again. So literally what's left when it's gone, it is gone. But it's mainly the coffee cups and spoons that are left. Welcome back, Mr. Rudy. £10. It's not a weight, Janice. It's not a weight, but so it was you with the coupon. Go for it. Tell me in here what it was, and I might be able to help you out. Christine says, oh, May the 5th was celebrating a war victory, 1862. There's Slug. You see, you talk about her enough, and she finally emerges. Welcome in, Slug. That's the naked snail. She is in, Miss Demetra. She is giving a blanket cowboy hug to everybody. Welcome in. Shan says, I would like you to make me a bag charm. Well, you have to tell me what you want on the bag charm. I can't just randomly make something. And I also need to know if you want jingly, jangly, dingly, dangly, or if you want very simple, or if you want fluffy, or if you want certain colours and stuff and things and stuff and things. Miss Denise says hi to Demetra. That's Slug. Janice says, I just wanted you to send me some stitch markers equal to the credit of the £10. 10 British pounds, not the weight. I can't send you £10 worth of stitch markers because I'm pretty sure that would be exceptionally heavy. What you could do, Janice, is if you are like, you know what? I don't care what it is. Surprise me. There is a listing on there for surprise mystery stitch markers. If you grab them, then I can do complete mystery. But if you're like, I want a mystery, but I want this colouring, or I would rather something cartoony or something really light or whatever, then you can just tell me the personalisation. But if you do that, when you get them, you can kind of help me out a little bit, because you'll have made the order through Etsy, which means that you can then leave a review when you've got them. And that, of course, the review will help me out a little bit with my shop, with my shoppy doodab, with my shoppy doodab. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's mystery stitch markers you want to be searching for. And I've just made yarn bath again. But that's on there, if that helps. If that helps. In fact, there's mystery hanky markers and there's mystery stitch markers on there. Auntie! Miss HOOKINSTITCHINISLANDSTYLE. Welcome in, Auntie. She says, hello, LadybirD. Lovely's in the chat. Welcome in, Miss Auntie. Gosh, what the heck have I done here? This was not yarn bath when I took the ball band off. What did I do? Flipping heck. Give me a second. Let me just do whatever it is that this is needing to do. Hang on. Oh my gosh. One more. Come through. Don't knock yourself. Thank you very much. No, not quite. Almost. Almost. For the love of yarn. Miss Perp says, will you just put that yarn bath in a bag and send? I can't watch you anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't even done any yarn bath today. Not real yarn bath. I'm just balling up the stuff that I've got. Thing is, I haven't got enough hair grips to send. Janice says it's a certificate for 10 British pounds, not 10 weight pounds. I won from Antoinette. Yeah. I say pop onto Etsy, and when you're on my shop, just type into the search, if that's what you're after, mystery, and okay, go into the stitch marker section and then do mystery. Otherwise, you'll get the K-pop stuff. but yeah, do mystery, and then we can do some mystery stitch markers. I think Auntie's had a couple of mystery stitch markers. I think she's like, mystery stitch markers are kind of love doing the mystery things because I can just let my creativity go and go, this will go with this. Ooh, what can we do with that? And they're usually one of a kind. Like what I tend to send as a mystery stitch marker isn't something that's on the site. It's something completely and utterly random. Like completely and utterly random. A little bit like this flipping yarn bath. Oh my God. I'm just making it worse. And I'm turning into pickle pits. I know it already. I'm so flipping hot. I'm turning into pickle pits. Sharon says that I definitely want jingly jangly. Sharon's up my street. Sharon is like, I need glitz. I need jingly jangly. I need colour. I need to show it. I'll message you tomorrow as I'm nodding off at the moment. Poke me tomorrow if I forget. You're telling me to poke you if you forget. Who's going to poke me so that I don't forget? Hello? So the blind leading the blind, but it's the forgetful leading the forgetful. Lucy says, would it be less expensive to hand deliver it? Oh, hell no. Nope. 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 Auntie says, just came in from the pool. She is using that pool so much. I'm so jealous because I want to dive in. Auntie says, did I miss anything about yarn bath? You did, because at the beginning, 4 people were given entries onto the super wheel. You've also missed the question of the live. You've also missed the Halloween stitch markers. And you've also missed a couple of little stories. But that's okay. It's fine. You got to use the pool and stay cool. I could do with a pool, but I don't want the neighbours gawping at me. Granted, they have got better things to do, let's face it, but still. Oh, there you go. Zara's dropped the question of the live. What is your favourite childhood book? Diane has just placed an order. I've got an email. Diane's just placed an order. Oh, let me get rid of that. Oh, I've got 2 orders. Hang on. I've got 2 orders. See, now I've got to be nosy. Now I've got to see what she's grabbed. Those snowflakes. I love those snowflakes because they're jingly jangly. Sorry, I've just called you Diane. I'm so sorry. Perp has had the very, very first hummingbird. So she knows what the hummingbird's like. You got a sheepsy. The little doggy. Oh, 2 sheepsies. And the pumpkin. You found the jack-o'-lantern. Okay, well, let me just send Di a quick message. Give me a second. You know, customer service and stuff. Hang on. I try and pride myself on customer service. I'm no good at any other type of service, but that's the only one that I'm good at. But thank you very much, Miss Dianne. Thank you, thank you. For those that don't know, as a member on the channel, when you've been a member for a year, you then get a permanent discount on the Etsy store. Permanent. Well, for as long as you're a member, you have a discount on the Etsy store. And most people keep forgetting. And I saw them this morning and I'm like, you know, they've been sitting there and those people have not used their coupon. A couple of people have, but a couple of the members just have not used their discount code, which is silly, because if you're going to place an order, get your discount in. But thank you very much, Miss Di. So I'm going to be busy this weekend. It looks like I'm going to be making some stitch markers. Give me 1 second. I've just got to unpick this. Because then when I've done this, I can get that ball done. I hate this cotton. This is, I can't say what it is because I don't want to get told off. But this is not my favourite type of cotton because it is very, very splitty and it's not the softest. It's not rough, but it's not the softest. It's not exactly something that I would choose to make a wearable out of. Not immediately, but making amigurumi, like a little Tiva hippo. It's good cotton. Okay. Miss Auntie will catch the replay. Miss Sharon is laughing. One of us might remember. You think? Maybe? Possibly? Maybe? Auntie says her favourite was Treasure Island. Again, never read the book. Films, I've seen so many films of Treasure Island. Yes. Read the book? No. Nope. Di says, of course, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wanted more, but I had to control myself. Must hold back. Hey, look, if somebody likes one or two of the designs, it cheers me up so much because I'm doing something to make somebody else smile. And those little things are such a confidence boost, I guess, for me. It's like, it sounds really, really silly. And maybe it probably does sound big-headed. But when I do the cracking the whips at the end of the month, quite often, not every time, but quite often, when Miss Perp sends in pictures of her whips, there's one of my stitch markers on her project. And she may have only just put that on purely for the photo, but it makes me smile so much because I know she's bought it because she's liked it. It makes me smile. It's quite a... I only do it for myself. That's all it is. I just do it for myself because I'm selfish. Lucy says, one of my favourite book series as a child was The Little House on the Prairie. Now, the TV series I watched. I didn't like watching it, but I watched it. I only remember the man with the long hair and the little blonde girl. That's all I remember. Don't remember anything else about it. But I remember the TV series. I didn't even know there was a book series on it. Di says, don't have to now. I'm not in a hurry. Trust me, it all gets sorted at the weekend because usually Monday is I go to the post office day. So I usually get everything done at the weekend, because whatever orders have come through the week, it's usually done on a Sunday. Coming through to the week, I can get it all done, rather than do it in the week when it's got like the orders come in, and then at the weekend there's more. I'd rather get it all done and dusted and all the equipment and stuff out, and then put it all away again and not have to think about it until next time. So it all usually gets done at the weekend. Usually. Christine says that she forgot something. I don't know what she forgot. I forgot what she forgot. Oh, the code. Oh, Christine forgot. Okay, so Christine forgot about her code. Purpose lost her code, so I'll have to, if she reminds me, I'll resend Perp's code. Sharon said, I forgot about that as soon as I received it. It seems like most have, to be fair. Christine says, Little House series is by Laura Ingalls Wilder. Well, who mentioned Laura Ingalls Wilder earlier? Well, there you go. There you go. We came round again. I've got two, but they're exactly the same. Now, do I keep them as... No, I'm gonna join them. I'm gonna join them because they're the same thing. I'm gonna join them. I'm gonna join them. I'm gonna join them. Did you know I'm gonna join them? Just letting you know, I'm gonna join them. Just so you know, because I'm gonna join them. That was a little bit long, wasn't it? You didn't have to leave that much. I think I might have left a little bit too much. I need some new snip snips. These snip snips are so dull, bless them, and I've tried sharpening them with aluminium foil and it didn't really do anything. But they're kind of so blunt now, bless them. Poor little snip snips have been overused, overworked little snip snips. Okay. Secret Santa. Just saying. Secret Santa. Secret Santa. Okay. I haven't got another one of those, have I? No. Oh, look here. Okay, this is not a giveaway, and it's not exactly something to shout from the rooftops. But I thought I would do this in this live because, well, why not? Okay, so if anybody uses these, there he is. If anybody uses these, which I've heard being called baker's twine, and I've heard being called cook string, but I've got different colours. There's pink, there's yellow, there's blue, there's purple, there's green and white, red and white, pink and white, rose and white. If anybody wants these, I'm going to send them because you've got to email me. A couple of them have been used, yes, but most of them, everything's still on there. But I'm not going to use them. So it's pointless me just having them there just for the sake of it. So if you want them, let me know. I will send them on Monday. But if there's like, weirdly, there's more than one person, then it's first come, first served. But email me with your address and I will let you know. They'll be sent on Monday. Lucy's lost her code. Also, you say that I've mentioned to you quite a few times. Why don't you use your code? And you turn around and say something like, "I don't worry about that," or "Oh, I forgot," or something along those lines every single time. tell me that you've lost your code and I'll resend it. I will resend it. Just let me know. Christina's got to go back to really working, like really, really working. I know I'm in the background. I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me. Working, you on a Friday? You only work on a Thursday. Don't make me laugh. Mr. Karen says, my favorite book was Where Magic Reigns. That sounds familiar. Where Magic Reigns. It was a hand-me-down, probably out of print when I got it. Where Magic Reigns sounds so familiar. I don't think it's one I've read. I don't think it's one I've read. I don't think. But that sounds familiar. It sounds like my kind of book as well. Diane says, use it to tie. Use it to tie what? That's a word I don't even know. I didn't even attempt it because I'll look more of a complete burk than I already do. Diane says nobody kept the codes. Well, I know a couple of people have, because I saw today details and stats. Let me go in. How many people have actually used them? I've issued out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And 2 people have used them. There's one, somebody won 2 years ago, never used it. 20th of August, 2023. She never used it. Same date. And this person's a member as well. Never used it. Some of them, I have no idea who they are. No clue. But they'll be mainly where I've donated to people's birthdays or podiversaries and stuff, as well as the members codes. But yeah, all the members that have been around for a year, silly buggers. If they let me know that they got half of their member pack, then they also got the code. But amazingly, a lot, and I do mean a lot, of members got to a year. They got half their member pack, never let me know they got it. Never said thank you. I never knew anything, so they never got the code either. So unfortunately, that was on them. But most were good enough to let me know, so they got a code. Italian stuffed beef rolls. You cook them in sauce. Oh, we see I don't eat beef, but heck, if that's what you want to do with them. I mean, I was given them to make scrunchies, and I used one lot of the purple and the yellow and made scrunchies. But I don't make scrunchies with them anymore because I'll use wool instead. Oh my gosh, this is not good for frogging. Oh my gosh. Is this the Charlotte stitch? It's a Charlotte. This is what I did the other day on Tuesday. It's a Charlotte stitch. Oh my gosh. Okay. I now have cotton that looks like my hair. Okay. Zara, 40 months. 40 months as a complete and utter bug. Part of the bug brigade. Tell you what, the first membership that came in, I still know who the very first membership was. Bless her heart, she's still a member, and she doesn't even watch the channel at all because crochet has never been her thing. She was a yarny, but crochet was never her thing. But she doesn't even do her yarny thing anymore. But she wants to support. Bless her heart, she's still a member. And I remember when I got that very first one and the second one, and I don't even know who the second one was. I think I know who it was, and they're not a member anymore. They're not even a subscriber anymore. But I bawled because I was pretty certain nobody ever would become a member. So when they did, it was very, very, very overwhelming. It really was. And every now and again, I'm doing my very, very best not to do it on camera now because I look like a complete and utter idiot. But every now and again, it still makes me well up a little bit because I'm stupid like that. It is what it is. Anyway, let me show you this because we're going to go pretty soon. So let me show you what has been done. Ooh. So we have a box that there is no yarn barf. There is no barf. We just have balls of colour. It's easy to get something out. Oh, I fancy that blue. Oh, look, it comes out. Oh, I fancy that purple. Oh, look, it comes out. And it doesn't bring everything else with it. And yet, then there's this where it's just oh, I want to scream so much. That's what I want to do. I want to scream so much. I want to scream. Maybe braid some for stitch markers. That's close to being a hanky marker. But the hanky markers aren't braided. The hanky markers are hanks. They're little bitty hanks. Karen says, careful, some bakers twine for decor, not meant for food. I'm pretty certain this is all for decor because this is all from Crafter's Isle, I think. Original baker's twine, all cotton, I think. Recently, sparkle, and other things, not necessarily good for food. Definitely not. Definitely not. Oh, look, Sharon's still here. I thought you were nodding off. 35 months. Wow, you've had to put up with me for a while now. Wait a minute, Sharon. Sharon, you haven't had your 34-month member pack, have you? That's your last pack. Or have you? Sharon, did you have your last thing? Did you have your 34-month? Something in me goes, she's had it. And most of me is going, I don't think she has. Di says, yeah, I don't think that's for cooking, just decor. Auntie, 49 months. It's just no words. It's just no words. It's Happy Friday. Pep says, back, had to go pick stuff up that had been thrown in the garden. Who'd thrown stuff in the garden? Throw it back, Adam. Lucy, member for 36 months. Lucy, I know, got her 34-month pack. I know she did because she told me off for it. I got told off. Mm-hmm. Oh, hi. Hello. Are you going to come and say hello to people? Don't sniff the yarn. It's just yarn. You know you don't like it. You're going to come and say hello. Look, we can do treats. Treats? Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't put your bum on camera, please. We don't need cat butt on camera. Right, you turn around. Oh. It's here. It's here, look. It's here. It's on top, look. It's up here. Oh, you dingbat. Come on. You can come on the table. Don't normally let her on tables. Very, very naughty. Come on. Come. Yeah. They've been wanting to see you for weeks. Is it nice? Is it nice? Is it nice? Is it good? Is it nice? Is it nice? Is it nice? Is it nice? Hmm? We're going to have to say goodbye to the peoples, you know. But I've got to finish the chat. Now she's looking in other places for treats. Because usually when I give her one or two treats, I'll either put them in her board or I'll do them out my hand. But then there's always 3 or 4 that I just chuck around the room, so she has to find them. And now she's gone hunting for more treats. Karen says, I got Baker's twine with a fig pudding kit to tie up for putting in a water bath. I mean, you call it a fig pudding. I wonder if that's very similar to Christmas pudding. Sharon says nope, but I don't know what she's noping at. I have no clue. Cindy says hi to everyone that she missed. She had to go out a bit and back in. Janice says my favourite book is The Secret Garden. Oh, The Secret Garden. Oh, that's a book that I read a couple of times. Loved it. Every emotion in that book. Perhaps says members packs are 3, 6, 12, 24 and 30. Oh, 36 months. I thought it was 34 months. My maths is rubbish. Perhaps says Beany. Oh, she's like, yes. So says time for her food. So she's here. This is very true. We're overdue for her food. So says kiss to the beanses. We'll have to give kisses when she's back again. Miss Lucy says hi, Miss Beanses. Oh, hugs to our precious Beany. Miss Pep says hello, beautiful. Sitting on your throne. Crazy kitty. She's a crazy kitty. Pep says we miss seeing the boss. She's a very, very healthy boss, thankfully. Right, night. All have a lovely weekend. Sharon, remember to let me know whatever it was that you were supposed to let me know, because I've already forgotten what it is that you're supposed to let me know about. Janice says, Beany's so cute. You're so cute. You're being told that you're cute. Oh, now she's doing the cutesy thing because she's doing that thing with her paw on her face. I don't look quite so cute when I do it. Zara says, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Janice says, give our love to Hunter. He's in hospital at the moment. I have no contact with him. I'm having messages passed from him and to him. Very, 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 very limited. I'm really hoping he gets out of hospital blooming quickly. I've paid one lot of, I paid for a week hospital so far. I'm really, really hoping he comes out, but it also very much worries me because typhoid over there, anything over there is not simply sorted like it might be over here. It's like, take a tablet, you'll be fine. Over there, it's not take a tablet, you'll be fine. It's more like, you need major surgery, but we don't have the equipment, so good luck to you. It's that kind of thing. It's horrible. It's sending me doolally. It can't be doing much for him, obviously, but it's sending me flipping doolally. Lisa says, I've read and reread my favourite childhood books. I'm not one to read a book once unless I didn't enjoy the book. I have always, yes, I'm going to leave on this note. Whenever I've read a book, the majority of the time, when I get to the end of a book, I will pass it on to a charity shop or a library to then be read by other people. The very, very odd book I will keep because I've enjoyed it so much. And it's usually those books that have got multiple emotions in them I will keep. And there's only one book that I should have read that I haven't, but my uncle wrote and published, but I haven't had the guts to read it because he's not with us. And I never properly knew him. I only met him when I was 12, and he passed when I was 19, 20 at the most. And it's not even a ready book, but I really should go through it because it's my uncle. One day, it's sitting there. One day I will. Anyway, let's bugger off. Secret Santa. Pep says, love and hugs to all. Take care. Stay safe. Those in the UK, have a lovely evening. Those on t'other side at the world, I hope you have a good rest of the day. And screw just the day. Have a lovely week. Hopefully we will see you next week or on the street somewhere. And it looks like I'm doing more yarn bath next week. Yay! Take care, everybody. Thank you very, very much. Hope to see you soon. See you later.